a TED sock. That's a brand name, like Kleenex for tissue paper. So it's elastic stocking, and what it does is it's put on right away in the morning before a person gets out of bed usually. And what it does is to compress the flesh, the skin. Too many times a person gets up, they're sitting in their chair, they don't have good heart action, and the blood goes down to the legs with the arteries, but veins have little floodgates, and okay, the blood pumps, the floodgate goes closed to make sure that the blood doesn't fall back down. Pumps, pushes through, closes. Well, what's happening is these little floodgates are not working well anymore in the legs for whatever reason. And so if you've ever had a leg that was swollen up or a calf that was swollen or whatever, you know how much it hurts. And there's also a really big danger of getting blood clots called deep vein thrombosis or DVTs. Mm-hmm. And so what these do is to go on in the morning while all the fluid hopefully has been taken out of the body, run through the kidneys and taken out of the body as urine during the night. Hopefully those legs will be as small as possible. And you're going to put this TED on to make sure that all that blood and liquid doesn't come back into it. So when you're looking at your skill, the way you want to end up is that the heel of the sock, and you can always look at it, it's a little bit different weave. The heel of the sock matches the heel of the person, and that the TED is on without wrinkles, including, very important, the whole top of the TED. Okay? So, best way to put this on, the way the skill tells you to do it, is to take it and hang the sock in front of you with the heel facing you. Put your thumbs inside of it and gather it up until you get your thumbs right where the heel is. Okay? My thumbs are right here where the heel is. All right. Now you're going to take and turn this inside out, pinch where your thumbs were, and put it inside out. Now you still got the heel facing you, okay? I'm going to come to a mannequin. Mr. Smith, I'm going to cover you for a moment here.
Is it okay to wear those every day?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Mr. Smith, bring you down this way just a little bit. There we go. So, I have the heel facing me. And you can do it either way. I turn it. So now, being careful of his toes, I'm going to put the TED on so that the heel.
All the babies crying.
Goes on to the heel. Then you're going to take. Sounds like a rooster. Or toes.
This is not easy to get on by yourself.
No, they're not.
I struggle every morning.
Now you're going to take the rest of the sock, and sometimes you have to come this way, keeping their body in good alignment, so you're not pulling unnecessarily on their body. Put the rest of the way up.
Have you ever heard of dishwashing gloves to smooth out the wrinkles?
Say that I have. And
that's what she wanted me to do on really anal about the wrinkles.
Okay, so her heel matches the heel. It's really hard on a mannequin to get this on without wrinkles. This one obviously doesn't fit her foot real well. But there is an opening here too. And the opening is so that we keep it closed, but the opening is so that if a nurse needs to check their circulation, they can pull that back and check for warmth, which helps you know if there's circulation. Color, if they pinch that toe and the toe blanches, it goes white and then it comes back, that's good circulation. And sensitivity, do they still have feeling? Or is there so much swelling or the sock is too tight and the toes have gone numb? Mm-hmm. Okay, so then they would put those back up. So what they're doing is checking for heel to match heel and that the whole sock is under the leg and everything else is completely straight with no wrinkles.
How above the knee can you have it, like 2 inches? Is there like
Depends on,
Height.
some people will have thigh highs, some people have knee highs. Depends on the person, so, yeah. The hard part is that, obviously this is not measured to her because it would not be all this extra. And so these again are usually measured by a nurse or a physical therapist. A doctor usually has to write a prescription for them, and then you can usually get them like at pharmacies and that kind of stuff. Okay, then when you go to take it off, it's kind of the same thing. So you're going to start at the top and turn it inside out as you go, and keeping the body in good alignment and not pulling on the body as much as possible. Bring it right back up. These are great because they're washable, and most people have their names in them. It's to your advantage when you're practicing. With these, we've got some really loose ones in here. If you want to try that the first time or two, great. But it's to your advantage to know how to do these when they're tight. It's also to your advantage to know how to do them both on a real person and a mannequin. So if you're doing them on each other, have the person take their sock or their shoe off. Please leave the sock on just for hygienic things, and then go ahead and
Really?
yes,
that won't make it difficult?
of course it does, but it's also hygienic, and it's what will happen at stake.
Oh, well,
Because
hey,
they're not going to let you take their heads and put them on somebody's feet either. Yep. Yeah, it does make it a
that's
little
good
harder,
to know.
but it's okay. So that's the basic thing is finding the heel and deciding what you want to do. Do you want to start with the heel away from you, in which case it would go right on the person, or do you want to start with the heel towards you and then turn it? That's your choice, whatever you want to do. Probably the simplest way is to start with the heel away from you, so then it just goes straight on, one less step. Okay? Lots of different sizes in here. There are some thigh highs that go up above the knee, and thigh highs are even tougher to get on simply because the leg tends to spread out so much from the knee on up, and getting them on straight and getting them on so that they're not rolling down and cutting skin is real difficult. It kind of depends. And at the end of the skill, then you would go ahead and wash your hands.
You don't have to do a thigh high though there, right?